Hello, everybody. Welcome to Boss 3 time. Um, this is just to show SSM doing it. I made a video about LFA doing it. He had like 40 something million attack when I did it with LFA. This SSM is a little bit larger than the LFA was at that time. Forgive me, I'm eating. A little bit larger than LFA was at that time. However, I just wanted to get the footage out there of SSM doing the 3 void bosses just for my own amusement, and you may think it's cool too. I'm quite happy with his performance. I think he's a lovely, lovely, lovely hero who does okay against bosses. I think in DTV he's probably better against boss type enemies specifically, and against every enemy after round 6 or so. But I think on average, across the whole game, SSM has the rounds 1 to 5 damage potential locked down. I think that's his domain. I think that's where he shines. And in fact, I don't think it's very close, in my experience, anyway. But yes, so while LFA might be better against boss type enemies, all of you with LFA probably suffered the affliction I'm about to describe, where the boss went down like round 3, 4, 5, and then you still wouldn't win because the minions didn't die. And that is LFA's cross to bear. Unfortunately, he does shine against bosses. He's the SE champion for a reason. His copies are so expensive for very good reason, and potentially some very not good reason, because I think he's definitely overhyped by the community as a whole. I've been on an LFA slander campaign for the better part of half a year now, talking about how he is not even second place. I know some have touted him as the first top 1 best hero in the game. I staunchly disagree. I don't think he's number 2 either. But that's all right. He's still pretty good. He's decent. But yes, good against this boss specifically, and then the minions just kind of give him a very hard time. SSM does not have that problem. He is the new problem of not being able to take out the boss very quickly. But the minions, he does not have any problem with. He is good on cleanup duty. And in fact, sometimes the minions die before the boss does, which is interesting and also annoying. But it is what it is. You can't complain. Right now, I am sort of dieting. So what I have in my bowl is frozen blueberries and a protein sludge, which is just protein powder and water that I put into a bowl. Big active skill, bam, and microwaved. So it's rather tasty, rather delicious. For me personally, it probably sounds disgusting to most of you, but I enjoy it. So there's that. So we're just gonna wait. This minion's gonna die as we display the second of SSM's problems. He does have a defensive stance, which is a bit of a problem whenever he's not being attacked. This situation right here, he doesn't particularly care for. But we do end up getting the clear. And just like that, bam, there we go. Not a record for me, not yet anyway. Big S tier SSM. We'll go check him out. Well, I did mention that the LFA had smaller attack. This guy has no giant killer and no defier. Didn't see that one coming. I specifically left it out just for the shock value right now. 65 million attack, yes, for sure. But no giant killer, no defier, and damage reduction block as his imprints. So he's not as offensive as a ran LFA, and he does way less damage than his peak potential due to his completely crappy Awaken. That thing is absolutely garbage. Probably contributed to the nice price that I was able to pick it up for. But now I'm a little suffering a little bit because I just need to be patient before picking up any new impressive clears because I can't get hammers for a few more days. So that kind of sucks, but it is what it is. We'll have fun where we can, um, which includes PvP. The previous video, I did some PvP business, which I thought was fun. The Awaken, luckily enough, it contains Holy Armor, which helped against Boss 3, and it contains Holy Armor, which helps in PvP because of Betty. I don't think her bleed is particularly dangerous unless you're going against a main homeowner Betty. But the big thing I like for PvP that he has is Ship Crusher, which I think gives 40% all damage dealt against enemies with shields, which is kind of cool. I don't want it, unless for some reason Boss 4 has shields, with it, which it likely won't. It's going to have defense down and assassin type enemies, I believe. Yeah, anyway, that's what I'm planning on. But we'll talk about it again. Giant Killer, I want. Defier, I definitely want. And then as far as it goes, maxing out the score there, so beating the record I had with LFA at that time. Very cool. As far as Awaken goes, Giant Killer, Defier for sure, and then I'll be flexible with the other things. I would love to see skill damage, holy damage, armor break. Hunter's Focus would be cool. Not ideally Ship Crusher. If I get stun immunity, I will be shifting into Seal Land mode because I have to take advantage of that while I can, because the enemies in Dark Seal Land really, really lay on the stun thick, and that'll help a lot. You'll also notice I'm not running a second damage dealer setup, despite having my Giant Killer LFA. I have LFA as a tenant for PDE right now. I just like the idea of having a chunky PDE. Her heals are better. She doesn't really do much damage, of course, but she's been nice for me so far. I'll probably switch that around. I might run dual damage dealers in Seal Land, just so I can really, really pulverize that boss into the dirt as fast as possible, because it really is problematic, the amount of damage it does. I was on Seal Land 38 boss, I think, with my LFA. LFA is now gone, of course. So we'll push that whenever I feel good and ready for it, which I don't know when that'll be, but it'll be at some point. I'm mostly excited for Void Campaign because all of my friends, they passed me. They are in Chapter 8 now, which makes me feel sad and inadequate. But, yeah, it is what it is. I'm ready to catch them. It's about time. Maxing Boss 1 as well, which is cool. There's Bill. Very cool. Love my Sanctum of Kronos friends. I definitely do need to go back to Boss 3. I'll do that at some point just so I can max out this score. Maybe land a position in the top 100. But here's what the hero page is looking like. Here's the SSM again. Those are his stats. Definitely not ideal stat spread. I need to test around and just move stuff around, but I haven't felt like it yet. I need a skill damage, holy damage stone, which I have yet to acquire, but it is what it is. Here's where we are in that new thing, but the new power system doesn't really interest me very much. His tenants are a little bit better, but I ran out of Stellar. I need to T5 the Forces and the Eloise. I need to Destiny level the SFX, which is a big factor holding back a lot of my attack. Sadly, I'm missing her Noble Core, so I can't do that quite yet. But we'll get there. I'm probably going to regress Star Alchemist Holmes Young, because he has, I think, T120, which I don't need right now, and that's gating millions of Stellar Shards that I can use elsewhere for Forces, and eventually for SFX whenever I am going to make her Destiny level. So that'll be good. And then I'll just have to rebuild the LFA from scratch. Um, Maybe run him dual Nirvana at some point. Maybe that'll be good. Definitely for when Hollow comes out. But with that, I wish you all a good day. Have a good one. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Love you.